What happens when you wake up one day and realize no one is waiting for you anymore? It's not the big things that break you when you're old and alone. It's the little things. The silence in the morning. The empty coffee mug that used to have two. The mail piling up with no one to open it with. You turn on the TV for noise. You talk to the walls. Do you wonder? Is this it? Is this how the rest of my life will feel? Maybe your children live far away. Maybe your spouse has passed. Maybe friends have moved on or passed on. And now every day feels like you're drifting, invisible, unheard. But here's the truth. No one tells you. You're not helpless. You're not invisible. And you can take your power back. One simple action at a time. In this video, I'm going to share with you small, beautiful habits that can make a big difference. Little things you can do every single day to feel more alive, more connected, and yes, happier. Even if you live alone. Because being alone doesn't have to mean feeling lonely. If you've ever felt like the days are getting quieter and the world is moving on without you, you're not alone. More seniors than ever are living by themselves, and many don't talk about how hard that can feel. But here's the good news. Small changes can bring big joy. Today, I want to share with you 6 simple things you can do every single day to fight off loneliness and build a deeper sense of connection with others and with yourself. These aren't just tips from a book. They're based on real stories, science-backed insights, and heartfelt experience from people just like you. People who found ways to bring meaning and happiness back into their days. You don't need to move across the country or make a dramatic life change. Sometimes all it takes is a 5-minute habit done with intention to make you feel more alive again. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and if this sounds like something that could help you or someone you love, consider subscribing to our channel for more supportive content like this. Now, let's dive into the first habit, one that starts with just a single hello. Number 1. That's I. Talk to one person every day, even a stranger. Loneliness doesn't always begin with silence. Sometimes it begins when we stop being seen, when our voice fades from the world, one quiet day at a time. That's why one of the most powerful habits you can start today is something simple, yet life-changing. Talk to just one person every single day. It doesn't matter who it is, a neighbor, the mailman, the grocery clerk, even someone online. What matters is the act of connecting, the sound of your voice meeting someone else's. Joe, who's 81 and lives alone in Kansas, used to go entire days without speaking to a soul. After his wife passed, the house grew quieter, and so did he. He stopped calling friends, stopped going to church, stopped even answering the phone sometimes. But one morning, on a whim, he waved to the young man delivering his mail and said, "How's your day, son?" That tiny gesture turned into a daily chat. 5 minutes, sometimes less, but it became a rhythm. Joe says that single moment reminded him that he still had something to say, and someone out there still wanted to hear it. Soon after, he began greeting people at the grocery store, chatting with folks at the pharmacy, even joining a local walking group. And with each hello, he felt a little more alive. Science backs this up. Studies from the University of Chicago and Harvard Medical School have shown that even brief social interactions, what researchers call weak ties, like talking to a barista or a store clerk, can boost oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and lower cortisol, the stress hormone. In fact, these small connections can be just as powerful for emotional health as close friendships. For older adults, especially those living alone, a single meaningful interaction a day can reduce feelings of isolation and increase longevity. It's not about long, deep conversations. It's about acknowledging and being acknowledged. So how can you make this part of your day? Start small. Say hello to your neighbor when you take out the trash. Compliment someone's scarf at the store. Call your niece or leave a voice message for an old friend. Even talking to your pet or speaking your thoughts out loud while doing chores can help keep your brain engaged and your spirit lifted. If you're homebound, consider joining a phone buddy program or calling a prayer line. Technology can also help. Many seniors enjoy connecting through Facebook groups or Zoom chats. The key is consistency. One voice, one moment, one human connection each day. Because once you break the silence, you start to reclaim your place in the world. And sometimes, all it takes is a simple hello to remind you that you're still part of something bigger. Number 2. Make morning sunlight a daily ritual. There's something sacred about early morning light. The way it spills through the window, soft and golden, before the world is fully woken up. For many older adults living alone, mornings can feel especially quiet, even empty. But they can also be transformed into a moment of peace, presence, and healing simply by stepping into the light. Margaret, a 74-year-old retired librarian from Oregon, used to dread mornings. She would lie in bed, scrolling through old memories on her phone, feeling the weight of another long day ahead. But after reading about the benefits of morning sunlight, she decided to try something different. She began each day by brewing a cup of chamomile tea, wrapping herself in a warm shawl, and sitting quietly on her porch for 10 minutes. At first, it didn't feel like much, but over the weeks, that short ritual became the anchor to her day. She started sleeping better. Her mood improved. And more than anything, she started looking forward to waking up just to greet the sun. There's real science behind what Margaret felt. Morning sunlight plays a crucial role in regulating your body's internal clock, what scientists call your circadian rhythm. When your eyes are exposed to natural light early in the day, your brain gets the message. It's time to be awake, alert, and alive. This helps your body release serotonin, the feel-good chemical, which improves mood, boosts energy, and sets the foundation for better sleep at night. For seniors especially, getting 10 to 20 minutes of morning light can help combat seasonal depression, regulate appetite, and reduce the feelings of sluggishness or disconnection that often creep in with age. The beauty of this habit is its simplicity. You don't need to go for a long walk or stand in the sun for hours. Just open the curtains, sit by the window, or step outside with your coffee, even if only for 5 minutes. Look at the trees. Listen to the birds. Feel the air on your skin. Let the light wash over you, not just physically, but emotionally. It's a reminder that the world is still turning, and you're still part of it. Number 3. Move your body in rhythm. Sometimes when you live alone, your body starts to feel like it's slowing down too soon. Not just from age, but from stillness. The chairs become familiar places. The silence settles in your joints. And movement, once so natural, starts to feel like effort. But what if I told you that moving your body doesn't have to mean exercise? That it could feel like music, like memory, like something joyful returning home? Gerald, a 76-year-old widower from Pennsylvania, used to be a jazz drummer in his younger years. After his wife passed and the band broke up, the rhythms in his life faded away. He barely left the house, and his health started to decline. Stiff knees, low energy, even occasional dizziness. But one rainy afternoon, he heard an old Frank Sinatra tune playing on the radio. Without thinking, he stood up, closed his eyes, and swayed. For the first time in months, his body remembered. The next morning, he did it again. Just 2 songs, and again the day after. Now, every morning, Gerald spends 10 minutes dancing by himself in the kitchen. It's not a workout. It's a celebration. Science confirms what Gerald feels. Rhythmic movement, especially when it's done to music, activates multiple parts of the brain. It improves coordination, releases endorphins, and even strengthens memory pathways. For seniors, moving to a beat can improve balance, reduce fall risk, and help with cognitive clarity. Researchers have found that consistent, moderate movement like gentle dancing, tai chi, or even chair exercises set to music improves circulation, boosts energy, and supports mental health. It's not about how long or how hard you move. It's about consistency, rhythm, and joy. Number 4. Speak out loud. No. As we grow older, especially when we spend more time alone, something begins to slip away quietly. Our voice. Not just our physical voice, but the habit of speaking, expressing, sharing thoughts out loud. Over time, silence can make us feel smaller, as if our words no longer matter. But here's the truth. Your voice is not just a sound. It's a lifeline, a thread connecting you to the world, to your memories, and to your own sense of self. Nancy, a 79-year-old retired teacher from Georgia, knows this better than most. After her husband passed and her children moved away, the house she once filled with storytelling and laughter became still. At first, she found herself going whole days without speaking. She'd whisper a prayer in the morning, maybe a thank you to the radio, but that was it. One day, while dusting her bookshelf, she found an old favorite, To Kill a Mockingbird. She opened it and started reading aloud, page by page, just like she used to with her students. Her voice cracked at first, hesitant, but within days it grew stronger. Reading aloud became her daily ritual. Sometimes poetry, sometimes letters, even her own journal. She said it made her feel alive again, like her presence was echoing through the room she once thought had forgotten her. Number 5. Write one thought down a day. There's something beautiful about seeing your own words on paper. In a world that moves fast and often forgets, writing gives you the power to remember. Not just facts or lists, but who you are, what you feel, and what still matters to you. Ellen, who just turned 80 in Arizona, started something she calls her gratitude calendar. After losing her partner of 55 years, she found herself overwhelmed with sadness and long stretches of empty time. Her daughter gave her a notebook and gently suggested, maybe just write one good thing each day, even something small. At first, Helen resisted. What's there to write about anymore? She asked. But one day, she wrote, the daffodils bloomed outside my window today, yellow like sunshine. The next day I made oatmeal just the way he liked it. Still makes me smile. And so it went. One line a day. A whisper from the heart. Number 6. Feed your soul, not just your body. Charles, an 82-year-old veteran in Missouri, lives alone in a small home near the edge of town. After retirement and the passing of his wife, he felt like life had slowed to a crawl. He missed feeling useful. Then one day, at the local pharmacy, he overheard a younger man say he didn't have anyone to drive his elderly father to a doctor's appointment. Charles spoke up and said, I've got a car and time. I'd be happy to help. That small offer turned into a weekly routine. Charles now drives 3 seniors to their appointments and picks up groceries for 2 more. It gives me a reason to get up, to shave, to put on cologne again, he says with a chuckle. I forgot how good it feels to be needed. Science shows that giving, especially in older age, activates areas of the brain associated with reward and social bonding. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, release dopamine, a natural mood booster, and reduce feelings of isolation. Researchers from Stanford and Johns Hopkins have found that volunteering or helping others increases life satisfaction, slows cognitive decline, and can even extend lifespan. But you don't need to join a formal program. Helping can be as simple as calling someone who's lonely, writing a letter to a grandchild, baking something for a neighbor, or offering a listening ear to someone who just needs to talk. If getting out is difficult, there are still ways to contribute. Many seniors record audiobooks for children, knit blankets for hospitals, or send encouraging notes to people in nursing homes. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be personal. Giving is a gentle reminder that your life still ripples outward, touching hearts in quiet ways you may never fully see. And the beauty of this habit, the more you give, the more you feel connected. And the more connected you feel, the less alone the world becomes. Now that we've explored all 6 of these daily habits, each one simple but deeply meaningful, let's take a moment to reflect on how they come together and how you can gently begin applying them to your life, starting today. If you're still watching, it means you truly care about your own well-being, and that's something to be proud of. If any of these ideas touched your heart today, type the word HOPE in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more gentle, uplifting advice like this. Let's take a deep breath and look back at what we've uncovered together. 6 simple habits. Nothing fancy, nothing overwhelming, but each one a small light in the quiet moments of your day. You can start by talking to one person, even if it's just a short hello. Let the morning sunlight greet you like an old friend. Move your body in rhythm, even if it's just a gentle sway in the kitchen. Let your voice echo through your home with reading or song. Write down one thought, one memory, or one thing you are thankful for. And finally, feed your soul by giving. Even the smallest act of kindness can bring warmth back into your life. Loneliness may be real, but it's not unchangeable. These 6 habits are not magic, but they are powerful. They remind you that your presence still matters. Your days still carry meaning, and your heart is still very much alive. No matter your age, no matter how quiet your world has become, you can choose to feel connected again. You can start creating joy again. And you can do it starting today. Start small, start gentle, but start now. Because you deserve to feel seen, heard, and loved. If something in today's video spoke to you, even just one small moment, I'd love to hear about it. Please share in the comments. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this helpful, subscribing and sharing it with someone you care about. You never know who might need a little hope today. Take good care of yourself, body, mind, and soul. And until next time, remember, you still matter, and you are deeply loved.